Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that always connects you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Finally, news I can use. You guys, come on, check it out.
I am determined to be rich.
The middle class is not for me.
I need news that cares about me.
And not news that's going to scare me or make me mad at another people group.
I need news without politics.
And I want news that will point me to the money.
This is the news where it happens.
The moments that change the world.
These are the stories we need.
The info that we care about.
We only give you news
that puts money in your pocket.
And the news
that gives us an advantage.
This is the work that continues.
Who we are today.
And what we can become
tomorrow.
That's it.
This is where news without agendas can lead us.
Your wealth matters.
This is why more perspectives
make us stronger.
And how our mission can inspire
tomorrow.
This is journalism that helps the world we live in.
This
is
Mexit News.
Great day, everyone. This is Deloris Williams with Divine Connection. Hope all is well. Welcome, everyone. I am so glad to be here. Hope you had a phenomenal weekend like I did with Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary. It was phenomenal. So just a shout out to all of the vendors, the participants, attendees, sponsors, everyone that played their part in Divine Connections 12th magazine anniversary. It was phenomenal. And so let's get into it. Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We are faith-based and inspirational. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, and vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. We want to stay connected. So you do have the opportunity to join us for the next issue, half page or full page, and your ad will run for 3 months. Okay. And so we're definitely excited about what is going on. So definitely stay connected. And if you want to advertise your business or your ministry, we look forward to connecting with you. Make sure you email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com or text 336-338-8903. Again, that's 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. All right, so how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website and join our email list. Our website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com, and there you can subscribe to our email list and get updates and news. We also on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. We're also, you can follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections. And please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections, and make sure you click the alarm button so you can be notified when things are going on with Divine Connections. And if you have not done so already, the magazine came out Saturday. It is here. Go and get your copy of the new issue of Divine Connections magazine. And you go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Okay. And there are a lot of great things going on, big events going on this month as well. So you're going to have some connections, some networks, some resources all available in here. And there are over 60 advertisers in this issue, which I'm so excited because it was my anniversary. And you have a lot of women doing things as well as men. So a lot of information is in here. So the hard copy is only $12. You can order at the link below, and we also have digital as well. And again, if you want to be in the next issue, make sure you email me so I can give you details on how you can do that. As far as the event, this goes on Wednesdays between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m. We like to bring in different gospel artists, entrepreneurs, pastors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. All right. And so if you have a 30-second or a 60-second commercial about your business or your ministry, you can connect with us and be one of our sponsors. Sponsorship is only $150, and your 30-second commercial will be on before or after the interviews. And we will run that for 3 months. So people can know who you are and what you do. So if you're interested in that, make sure you email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com or text 336-338-8903. Now, listen, if you are a business ministry, if you have a book, if you're a gospel group, if you have an event and you need a 30-second or 60-second commercial, make sure you connect with us as well. We would love to serve you. Send an email at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. And I am blessed to have written my second book called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. And this is what I do, of course, with faith and the help of the Lord. And so my book is out. So I would love for you to get a copy. It is on Amazon, but you definitely go to the website, and then I can send you out a signed copy, okay, as well. And we have great things in store for you. So these are strategies on how I have built Divine Connections magazine, and what I've done with events and different things like that as the years has come over, just using strategic plans in order to make it happen with the help of the Lord. So you want to get a copy of that book. Another thing that's going on is I have also been honored to be nominated for Best Magazine of the Year. Divine Connections magazine. Voting is unlimited until May 20th. So you can go to smgospelawards.com/voting. Okay. And then the category is Best Magazine of the Year, and you would click on Divine Connections magazine. Again, it is unlimited. You have to vote in every category in order for that vote to count. And it's smgospelawards.com/votes, and I am in the category of Best Magazine of the Year. Okay, awesome. And last but not least, there are a lot of stories and things that go on. So I have my own journal called Making It Happen, because that is what we're going to do this year in 2022, is make it happen. And you are a divine connection. So make sure you go get your journal from Divine Connections and Making It Happen. And we're going to journey together. We're going to journey this process together, life, business, things that we're making happen with the help of the Lord. And we're going to be consistent and watch God move. So make it happen. You are a Divine Connections, and information is also in the chat for you to order your book. Okay. Awesome. So that is the Divine Connections news. So hope all is well and you gather all of that information. And so I am so excited today. We have a special guest on the line. If you're looking to have a book from start to finish and go #1 bestseller, we got some information for you today. But first, let's share a little bit of an intro. Okay, so hold tight and we will share with you what we have going on and our special guest. All right.
Through the storms, I was transformed and began to see the strength, resilience, and power locked inside of me. Felt the pains of desperation, backed in the corner, all alone. I had to dig deep, look within, and learn how to overcome. It's in those dark hours, during those tests, I became the person I am. The battles I fought, the questions I sought, made me a better man. I was forced to grow. Little did I know I was being prepared for more, strengthening my gifts, increasing endurance for what was in store. My talents matured. I'm now secure, unafraid of the outcome. Through my adversity, I'm a better me because of all I've overcome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I want to bring in our special guest, and he is here. Mr. Sugar Ray is in the house. How are you?
Oh, I am good. I'm good. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are very, very welcome. Well, you have some great information to share with us today. And so, first, welcome and tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
All right. I'll give you the short version of the story.
Okay.
Look, we'll get the two elephants out the room. I'm not standing up, but my height is 6'7".
Okay.
That's the first question I always get. The second question is that your real name? Yes, it is my real name, Sugar Ray Destin, add the junior, because I'm named after a great man, and that's my father.
All right now.
And I'm here in Houston, Texas. So that's the short version.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. I love that. So tell us what exactly it is that you do.
All right. So I am a publisher. My company, BOBM Publishing, we help authors from, like you said before, from start to finish. If they just have a thought and they're like, I got this book and it's been in my head for like the past 10 years. Trust me, fam, I feel you. My first book, it took me 5 years to come up with this masterpiece.
All
right?
right.
It took me 5 years to write that book, not because I was writing every day for 5 years, but because I was distracted. I didn't know how to get it done. So we can take you from that place of not knowing to getting it done. And we also have other services, which include the marketing, which include the cover design, the editing, websites, audiobooks, everything that an author needs to be successful. We do it. So that's what my company does. And humble brag, I guess you can say, the last 264 authors that we have worked with have went #1 on Amazon. So,
so that means he has some strategic plans as well when you connect with him and you want to write a book. So let's just start maybe from the beginning. Somebody has an idea and want to write a book, don't know how to get started. What are just a couple of nuggets in order for them to get started? Do they just start taking notes? Do they use Word and just kind of start typing it out? What do you suggest?
Yeah, absolutely. If you are just starting, pick your topic. Know exactly what it is that you want to talk about, because one of the things about the mind is that it's the most beautiful and the most dangerous place in the world, right? Because if you don't organize your thoughts and figure out what is the topic that I want to talk about, if you know nothing about space, don't write a book on becoming an astronaut. It's obviously not a good match. But write about something that, think about the things that you have passion for. Think about the things you have experience with. Think about if you went to college and you got that degree just sitting over there on the shelf, then think about all that stuff that you learned that other people coming behind you can benefit from. That's what I would say is the first step, is picking a topic. Second thing, and I'll break down how to write the book, because if you want to write the book, then this is going to be the podcast for you today. The second thing is choose the chapters. Think about the subjects that you want to talk about. Break that down. Break down what is your first chapter going to be about? What is your second chapter? What is your third chapter? And take people on a journey. So don't write your first chapter about your first 5 years of writing, or your first 5 years of school, and then the second chapter is like the finish, and then the third chapter is okay, your second 5 years. Like, wait, what? Make sure that it flows. It follows a strategic plan. But first is choose a topic that you're passionate about, because one of the things about this is that you will run into writer's block at some point. And not only writer's block, but you're gonna run into life. Here's the thing that stops most people from becoming successful authors. Man, somebody in my family got sick. I can't tell you how many people I've heard somebody in their family then got sick. Like who? I can't really say, fam, but like somebody in the family got sick. Okay. Somebody in your family is going to unfortunately may transition. That's something you got to deal with. That's life. Somebody in your family is going to deal with an illness. You may end up losing a job. You may end up transitioning to a different job. In other words, life is going to happen, whether you're writing this book or not. So you want to put some things in place that help you before you get started. That's where the outline comes in. Once you choose those topics that you're going to talk about, your chapters, next thing is make sure that you write a quick summary. That summary is for nobody but you. Because the person that you are when you start writing that book is going to be the person that you are when you finish. You got to remind yourself where you were in that specific moment, what you wanted to talk about. So choose the topic, pick your chapters, write your quick summary. And here comes the hardest part. Right. Right. After you've done all that, after you broke it down, right. And just so you know, people that are tuned in are like, well, he did it, but you know, I can't do it because I'm this, I'm that. I've heard every excuse in the book. I'm gonna tell you. Can I share a story real quick?
Sure.
I'll tell you a story about this little guy right here, and I gotta see if you can see him.
Yes.
This young man, when I published my first book, he was sitting across from me, and he said the words that changed my life. He said, Daddy, he said, when I get older, I want to be an author and a speaker like you. It made my heart jump for joy because everything that I had just been working on became a reality. And now for him to see, he witnessed everything that I had been through and was like, I want to be an author too. 2 years later, we published his
Love it.
Children's book, Zayden's Awesome Adventures. And so now at the age of 9, he became a published author.
That's all right.
At the age of 10, we took him on his first book tour.
Okay.
And at the age of 11, he had his first paid speaking engagement.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So if a 9-year-old can do it, imagine what you can do with your 18 plus years of life and living. So let's take the excuses off and get to it. Come on.
I love it. And I know it varies, but like, what's the average time frame once everybody does have, I guess, their things together, from printing to marketing? Like, what's the time frame?
Are you saying from start to finish writing, or after they finished writing it?
From start to finish.
If you're just starting, it'll probably take you about 3 months to write that book. And that's writing and making sure that you have a chapter done every single week. And sticking to it. Stick to the schedule, stick to the timeline. Don't veer from it. I see one of the things behind you is goals.
Yeah.
Once you set those goals, stick to it.
That's
like, don't let anything stop you from that. After they have written out the manuscript, now you need to send it to someone for editing. You need to work on your cover design. You need to have it formatted. You need to get it published. Depending on the publisher that you go through, some publishers, it'll take them, that can be another 6 to 10 month process. I've seen people who it's taken well over a year for a publisher to get it right. And this is no cut to other publishers, but once someone submits a project to us, from that point, until finish is about 3 months. And I used to say it only takes about 2 to 3 weeks, which it really does. But I want to give that person time to order their books, time to have physical books in hand. So depending on the publisher, it can take anywhere from 3 months all the way up to a year or more. And if you're looking for a publisher, definitely visit us. It's BOBM Publishing.
Awesome. And so let's get into a little bit of the marketing. How do you market people that you publish? Or if they have a book already, do you help market that as well?
If someone has a book already and they're looking to be marketed, we definitely have those services. And I would say the first thing that you want to do as a new author is launch that book. Like I said, the last 264 authors that we've worked with have launched to number one. And we have a strategic process, strategic plan. That plan I'm not going to give you. But I will say that it's worked every single time, thanks to God above. And so, but some of the things that an author can do to market themselves. One, get on podcasts. Let people know that you exist, because just because you got 100 friends on Facebook does not mean that people know you. You got to get out there and let the world know who you are. And I'll say every opportunity is not a good opportunity.
Come on.
First off, you have to know who's in your market, right? If your market is for dentists specifically, there's a huge market for dentists out there. There's a dentist in every city. In major cities, you're looking at 100 or more dentists. They're all looking for information. So if your audience is composed of dentists, get in front of dentists. If your audience is doctors, get in front of doctors. Get in front of future dentists. Get in front of future doctors. Know who's in your audience, because that makes a huge difference. The more you can get in front of them, the better it's going to be. So one thing that, and I'll say that they can do for themselves as new authors, is get on those podcasts. So look for opportunities to speak. If you're just starting out, don't expect to get paid the big bucks, but be willing to take a step back and start for free. When you start for free, what ends up happening is you begin to build a reputation, right? And after you start building a reputation, then prices go up. Those prices go up, and don't be ashamed to ask for what you're worth.
Come on.
But whenever you speak, even if they don't have a budget to pay you as a speaker, they got a budget for these things right here. They got a budget to pay you to come out and speak, or to come out and leave books on the shelf. The next thing is social media. Just because you posted once doesn't mean everybody saw it. There's an algorithm for a reason. If the more people see something, the more they want it. You didn't want McDonald's until you heard the commercial, and that dude at the end, and he was like, "Man, I just want some fries, man. Some fries." Right? That's how your book has to be. You got to keep people. Drop excerpts from your book. If you said something that was powerful, drop those quick excerpts. Put a picture of you. Put a 3D image of your book right next to it. That way, it's always in people's faces. What some people are going to tell you, and I'm going to be honest with you, man, you promoting it too much. If they haven't bought it, tell them to shut up.
Right, that part.
Tell them you can either buy the book or you can get out the way. But I'm going to get to the place that I'm going, because it's your goal, regardless. And also, after those pictures, drop a few videos. Let people know that you have knowledge. Don't be scared to get in front of the camera.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how your hair look. Like right now, I'm not having the best hair or whatnot, but it don't matter it does not matter, right? Don't matter if you wear glasses. Today I got my glasses on. Whatever it is that you look like, people are going to get to know your face anyway. Once you get into that spotlight. So put yourself out there. Look for opportunities to do book signings. The more book signings you do, it's not going to be in front of people that you know, but there's a whole world out there. There's over 7 billion people in this world. You don't know all of them. Get in front of as many of them as you can, because what's going to happen is some of those people are going to sit back and say, man, you know what? You became my favorite author because I met you in person. You showed me your book. You signed my book, and I will always remember this moment. That makes an impact. Get those reviews, other things for marketing.
Right.
Be willing when you, and this is something that I'll say most authors do. Most authors buy that first box of books. They get that excitement, that fire, and it's like, oh my God, I'm so excited because I got my first set of books.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That's right.
Keep going, and give a few of them away for free. Say, look, I'll give you a free copy of the book. All I ask is for an honest review, because people buy what other people talk about.
That's right.
People buy what other people talk about. Nobody was talking about the Oscars until everybody started talking about it on Monday. We ain't gonna talk about what happened, but everybody's talking about it.
Right.
Keep your book in front of people, and I'll say the last thing, as far as marketing that you can do on your own before coming to someone like us, is just making those phone calls, letting people that know you personally know that you have a book out.
That's right.
That's something very simple. Hey girl, how you doing? I ain't talked to you in a minute. What you been up to? For real? Hey, you know I got a new book out. Really? Yeah, what's it about? And start gossiping about your book. You're gonna gossip about everything else.
That's right. That part. That's right.
About the good news that you just dropped.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as far as what we do for marketing, we do something very similar. We do those social media posts. We do those videos. We do interviews. We actually bring people on. I have a show myself called Book Talk Live. Once someone has pushed their book out, we put together a full media pack for them. So they have that EPK. They have different things that they can go and put out for themselves. We also have press releases to let the world know, hey, this book is out. You need to hear about it.
Love it. So let's go over like maybe the different types of books. So I saw your book and I saw your son's book. So go over a little bit about the types of books that you can do.
Okay. We work with all types of authors. We've worked with people that do sci-fi, people that do fantasy, a lot of nonfiction in terms of bio, in terms of stories of triumph, overcoming. We love collaborative books. So if you are in a specific niche and you know a bunch of people in your industry and y'all want to write a book together, let's talk. We love doing those. There's the religious books, religious or spiritual books. There's books about relationships. If there is no, some people say, well, nobody wants to hear what I'm talking about. That's not true. There's an audience out there for everything under the sun. And I always give two examples when I say that. One, there's a lady on YouTube that has millions of views, and all she does is chew ice. She tries different types of ice every day.
Oh wow!
Millions of views. And then there's another guy who is a singer, and he has over 86 million views. And his name is JJ Ice Fish.
Okay.
He is. You have to experience it to understand.
Okay.
So for everybody that's out there, there's an audience for your book. If you want to get into a niche technical book, and you're sharing information, that's great. If you are a coach like myself, write about the thing that you love. The last book I wrote is called. My lighting is too good. It's the business of books.
Okay.
Talking about how you can actually get in, write your book from start to finish and generate income from your book.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a sports coach, talk about the different strategies in your sport: football, basketball, um, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
There's the first book that we launched to number one is a former NFL player, Reggie Russ, and his book was about recruiting because he wanted to help student athletes. He's helped hundreds of student athletes receive over 400 million in scholarships.
Oh, wow.
So as a result, he wrote his book to help upcoming student athletes understand the industry and understand what it takes.
Right.
There's people who written books about recovery, how they've recovered. There's people who written books about leadership. The field is wide open. If you love drama and you love urban, you love love.
Yeah.
There's the option for it.
Awesome. Do you also have marketing where you do different translations? So what if it's in English and they want it in Spanish? And then what about audio as well?
We do. We
Okay.
do. We're actually publishing our first book that's being translated into Spanish.
Yeah.
And that will be out in the next 3 weeks.
Awesome.
In the next 3 weeks, we're in the final stages of formatting it and getting everything together.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the audio, yeah, we can translate that into different languages as well. Yo hablo poquito español y un peu français.
Hey, awesome, awesome. I love that. I love that. Anything else you want to share that I've missed as far as the services that you provide, or any nuggets you want? What else you want to share?
As far as the services, I'll share this with any authors or potential authors that are out there. It doesn't matter where you are right now with your journey as a writer. Get started.
Yeah.
If you feel like your book just lost its fizzle, trust me. Again, this is the third cover on this book because the first book was amazing. The second book, I did it myself. It looks horrible. The third cover actually took me around the globe, literally. From Texas to Atlanta to Baltimore to California. It took me around the globe, and more recently, a lot more international virtual speaking engagements.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter what other people think about your book.
That's right.
J.K. Rowling started writing those series on a train ride. Think about that. She was on a train ride and she said, I'm going to get this book done. And it's sold millions of copies. Created a TV show, not a TV show, but a movie series from it. If you say that your book is going to be a bestseller, it will.
Yeah.
But it's going to take work.
Yes.
And the thing that separates you from where you are now and where you want to be as an author is simply your work ethic.
That's right.
If you think that by putting your book out there, now you're famous and now you've made it, let me destroy that myth for you. It takes work, just like anything else. You cannot be the best if you have the worst work ethic. You have to have that work ethic that says, I want everybody and their mama and their grandmama and their cousin and them to read it. And whatever it takes to get in front of these audiences, I'm going to do it. But if you sit back and say, put that one Facebook post out there and everybody's famous for that one Facebook post. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I just published a book. And then you get nothing else from them. They're not working. So be the person that you want to be when it comes down to getting that book out there. If you are looking to get that book out there and turn it into a bestseller, let's connect. I got a great team behind me, editors, and they love to edit. They love to read. They love the stories. They love the impact, and it's personal. The graphic designers that I have, amazing graphic work. the audio engineer, over 20 years in the music industry, actually working with Grammy nominated artists. And so it's not just, we're not your average, I want to say mom and pop corner
Yeah.
store type operation. We actually put our blood, sweat, and tears into turning this into a legitimate business that's helping people achieve their dreams. And you know, as we always say, we got the blueprint. The
Yeah.
question is, do you want it? Because you should be next.
That's right. So let's get in just a little bit. Do you also, I think I heard you say a little bit about it. If they wanted to turn their book into maybe a play or a film or a movie, do you have connections with that as well?
We do have connections. One of my close friends is actually a director out in Hollywood, and he's worked with some of the best in the industry.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Let's go ahead and get your information out there, how people can connect with you and how they can contact you and share the information. We'll have your website up there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are ready to get your book out there, you're ready to become the next bestseller. And I'm not gonna say the number one bestseller, even though that's what we do. We don't count anything less.
Yeah.
If you want to become the next number one bestseller, then reach out. The website is www.bobmpublishing.com. I know it looks like bomb, but it's not. BOBM, short for the Business of Books Mastermind. Publishing.com. And let's connect. Set that call. And if you're like, I'm ready, but I'm scared, there's a free guide on how to write and publish your book in 90 days. So visit the website. Let's talk. I'm a real person.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some real fun and real conversations when you do set that appointment.
I love it. I love it. So if you guys are watching, please like and share this broadcast. Let them know you saw it on Divine Connections. Connect with him. Get your book out there. I know a lot of people have passed away with so much in them and did not get to share with the world their story or things they had going on. So we have opportunity that is available for you. Make sure you connect and leave us with some words of encouragement, Mr. Sugar Ray.
I will say it this way, just like you said. A lot of people have passed away with all the ideas and their dreams.
That's right.
One of the things when my son was younger, I used to always, anytime we passed the graveyard, I'd ask him, "What is that?" And he knows it's the richest place on earth. I said, why? He said, because so many people are buried with their hopes and dreams.
That's right.
The things that God gave you.
That's right.
God gave it to you specifically for a reason. But here's the thing. Most people think, well, I got time. Time waits for no man. And a lot of times when God gives us a vision, he also gives it to someone else. What he's doing is taps on your door. Hey, I got something for you. It's going to change your life. And you have the option to either accept and go all in with it, or to pass on it and let somebody else get it. Because if somebody else hears that soft knock and they accept the challenge, what's going to happen is you're going to look up one day and that thing that you dreamed about is going to be a reality, and you're going to have had nothing to do with it. So I say it this way. Accept the challenge for your greatness. There's a level of greatness. There's a level of passion that you have that nobody else has. Nobody was giving your life experiences. Nobody was given the friendships, the connections that you've been given. Nobody's been given the exact set of tools and resources that you've been given. One of my favorite parables goes something like this: a rich man was getting ready to leave town, and as he was getting ready to leave town, to each of his servants, he left a different set of talents. To one he left 5, to another he left 2, and to the last one he left 1. To the one that he left 5, he knew that the businessman was a shrewd businessman who invested and liked to see his money grow. So he came back. He had those 5 talents. He turned it into 10. The second one, he knew that he was a shrewd businessman. So when he came back, he gave him 4, because he started off with 2. He gave him 4 back. The last one had that one gift, and he buried it. That one talent, and he buried it. And the ruler said, "You knew and you know that I'm a shrewd businessman who invests and likes to see things grow. And he said, of everything that I gave you, I take it away. And he took that talent. Don't be like the last one. Be like the first. Yeah. Whatever God has given you, those gifts, those talents, he gave them to you for a specific reason. Only you could bring that to fruition. Only you could bring that vision to pass. But you have to step out of your own comfort zone. David only used a rock and a slingshot to slay the giant before him. What's that giant that's standing before you? Because God already gave you everything that you need, and you're sitting on it, waiting on that perfect moment. Right. There is no perfect moment.
That's right.
It's always and always will be, always has been now.
That's right.
All you have is right now. So step into your purpose, go all in, and don't leave anything on the table. When you take that last breath, the only thing that you want to hear is well done, good and faithful servant.
Yes.
All on the table, you left it all on the field. Come on home.
I love it. That is Mr. Sugar Ray, y'all. Make sure you get connected. If you have a book in you, if you have a thought in you, make sure you connect with him. Thank you for coming on and being my guest on today and sharing that phenomenal information. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. And we're going to hold tight and go to our sponsors. Thank you. I want to say Dr. Sugar Ray, but Sugar Ray. All right, so hold tight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to our commercials right quick.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Hey everybody, there is still time to grab your copy of Surviving Tough Times. I need your thoughts. Together my thoughts and your thoughts become our thoughts, so we can march towards a oneness that allows everyone to be understood. That's the plan, ensuring that our children's children's children will live hand in hand. So grab your copy today at Amazon.com or visit us at www.misunderstooda.com. That's www.misunderstooda.com.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.